Kim says her granddaughter is not safe in her own home. You see, last year when the little girl started acting out sexually, she said her dad was the reason why. And Kim felt she needed to step in to protect her. But things got worse when the little girl showed up for a visit with a mark on her back that, according to Kim, looked exactly like an imprint from a belt.
My biological mom, Kim, told the show that my husband is sexually abusing my daughter and that me and my husband abuse physically our children, and that's not the case. It's either a tap on the hand or a tap on the butt, or if she sits her mouth off and tell me no, she gets a flick in the mouth. It's a difference between actually beating your kids to where she has bruises than actually sitting here disciplining.
It's like the pop, like a little pop, and if it's on the mouth, it's like that, and if it's on the face, it's like that.
I will do anything for my kids, but one thing they will not do is disrespect me.
She gets disrespectful out the mouth, she get popped in the mouth, she get popped in the face, she get popped in the butt, she get popped in the hand. Other than that, that's the only discipline I do. I'm not gonna lie, I do get hot-headed, but I've learned how to control my anger. I've been taking family violence classes. If me, say for example, if me and my wife does get into an argument, it won't be in front of the kids.
We usually just take stuff now because of all the accusations Kim has been sitting here saying. We don't want everything to be turned on us like we're the bad guys, because we're not. I'm just the parent that wants to raise my kids in peace.
But I had custody of my granddaughter when she was about 3 months old. My daughter called me when she was a baby and said, come get her for a visit. When I got down to Georgia and picked up the child, the living conditions that they were living in was disgusting. Drugs, paraphernalia, you name it.
Why did she say she wanted you to take the child?
She was being frustrated with the child. The child did nothing but cry, 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 cry. She could not handle it. I decided to file for an emergency custody in New York.
While you had the child?
While I had the child. New York granted me emergency custody of the said child. They diagnosed her with fetal alcohol syndrome. She was getting speech, therapy, feeding.
And that's from the mother drinking?
Yes. Georgia granted my daughter custody back. My daughter had her ever since then. When she was at my house, when my grandson would wake up in the middle of the night, I would hear, you need to just take your ass to sleep. You need to just take your ass to sleep.
But now she's talking to an infant.
Infant,
right?
yes, to an infant. I asked my granddaughter, I said, what happened to your back? She said, Dad beat me belt. I've caught my granddaughter with her hands in her pants doing inappropriate stuff.
In a sexual manner?
Yes. And when I ask her where she see that at or who do that to her, she said, my dad.
Meaning both parents?
Yes. And Brandy's response was to me, he was touched by a family member.
So she admits that she was molested?
Yes, that's what she told me.
Not by Armani?
No, not
her.
by Armani, no. It's either she was touched or she's seen them having sexual intercourse.
You believe that your daughter and Armani are having sex in front of the kids?
Yes, I do. My grandson was crying, and my daughter told him to shut up. And Armani smacked him in the mouth.
He smacked the little boy in the mouth?
Yes. He's beat my daughter on numerous occasions. He controls my daughter still to this day.
So do you think both Brandy and Armani are abusing the kids?
Yes.
Why didn't you come to me and tell me that my daughter told you that? My daughter tells me everything.
Brandy, you knew
again.
it twice. You knew it twice.
I don't give two
Do I at the end of the day?
My husband pops her. There's a difference between
When you say
actually
pop,
hurting.
what does that mean?
We pop her on the hand. My daughter likes to respect me. So flick her on the
Your
mouth and
daughter's
say,
3 years old.
My daughter is 3, but
Yeah.
she'll tell me no. She'll tell me no, this, and this, and throw stuff all over the room.
But kids do that, right?
I know, but you gotta somewhat discipline and tell him you can't throw a toy at your brother. You can't slam his hands in the drawer. You can't do that.
Did you at one time give your daughter to your mother?
I gave her for a visitation. I was working 3 jobs. I was a single mother. I had just graduated. I didn't have my adoptive mom. I had nobody to help. So when I called and I helped, I said, can you please help me? I just needed a break. I'm working 3 jobs. At the time where I was living was
not a good
It was
environment.
not a good environment. That's why my husband took me out of that situation.
Your daughter ever sexually molested by anybody else?
No.
She
No,
says
I took her.
that
I took her. I'm not gonna lie. At one point in time, I did. CPS was involved. I couldn't see my daughter. My husband couldn't see my daughter at the hospital. CPS, everybody said there has not been no penetration, there has been no fondling or anything. She had a UTI. Georgia, it is legal to pop a child with a belt. She got 2 pows with a belt. That's it.
You hit
I popped her with a belt. I didn't hit her hard. I just
How old was she?
My daughter was what, maybe 2.5?
That, I have to say, there should never be a reason for it.
And that's why I fell back and I stopped doing it. After I did that one time.
If you hit me with the belt,
I know, and that's why I fell back. My daughter came to me, she was like, Mommy, not nice.
Was there a mark when you hit her with the belt?
There was no mark. He's taking family violence classes. He's doing what he needs to do.
Was that court ordered or he's just doing it?
It's court ordered, but he already told me he wanted to go.
Why was it court ordered?
Because me and him, there was a whole mishap situation.
You got locked up for domestic violence?
He got wrongfully locked up.
On a real note, it's a bunch of bull. Her mother is just a liar.
You're much younger than, like, say, I did when I have kids, okay? You should never say, well, in the state I'm in, the law allows you to hit a child with a belt. Who gives a damn? That's a bad law. Do you feel the two of you really made a lot of mistakes because you weren't ready to handle the responsibilities of parenting?
At first, yes. That's at first, but we've learned how to grow as parents
You're
together.
trying. Are you ever abusive to her?
No, in the past, we have fought each other. Yeah. Like, I'm not afraid to admit that, yes. But I've been working on myself as a man.
Don't sit here.
Bitch, shut up talking to me, bro. Get
Why don't you hit a man? Hit a man.
Bro, on my mom.
Hey,
Everybody,
Steve.
1, stop swearing so damn much. And 2, we're not gonna let you fight. I'm not excusing mistakes. They made mistakes. But the one thing, they're not trying to do them anymore. Right?
And she's going down the same path I went with allowing a man to abuse you, to control you.
My husband has not told his on me for a year now.
Okay, Tim, you're up first. And we asked you, when performing sexual motions, did your granddaughter say she learned it from her mom and dad? You answered yes. When asked about the scar on her back, did your granddaughter say, Dad beat belt? You answered yes. Did your granddaughter say, Mom, pow pow? You answered yes. All those 3 questions came back, and it came back that Kim told the truth.
Thank you!
We asked Armani, have you ever touched Brandy's daughter for your own sexual pleasure or gratification? He answered no. He told the truth.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have you ever had sex in the same room as Brandy's daughter? He answered yes. He confessed.
So there you go. That's where she got it from.
But-
She was
Sleep.
I was just gonna. It could be that they're asleep. Have you ever hit your 3-year-old stepdaughter leaving marks or bruises? You answered no. Have you ever hit your son leaving marks or bruises? You answered no. And for both those results, you didn't tell the truth, but you admitted on the show that you did hit him.
Well, yeah, with a belt, yeah.
Yeah.
didn't leave scars.
You
Marks
left
and bruises.
Marks and bruises. Well, if you hit him with the belt,
Exactly.
you're going to leave marks and bruises, right? We asked you, did you have any knowledge of your daughter being sexually abused? You answered no. You told the truth. Did you ever have sex with your daughter present in the same room? You said yes. You confessed. Have you ever hit your son leaving marks or bruises? You answered no. You told the truth. Have you ever witnessed Armani hitting your son leaving marks or bruises? You answered no. You told the truth.
Exactly. Let's
Have
get
you
it.
have you ever hit your daughter leaving marks or bruises?
get it, yeah.
You answered no. You did not tell the truth.
I've already said I did.
Have you ever witnessed Armani hitting your daughter, leaving marks or bruises? You answered no. You did not tell the truth. Which, you're right, you did say that you did hit the kid, the daughter.
I've never intentionally tried to harm my
The point was,
child.
Steve, is the child told me
All
what
I'm
she
going to
told
say
me.
on that, I keep going back to it. If you hit a child with the belt, then you're intentionally trying to cause marks or bruises. Here's a woman that loves her kids. Is she perfect? No. They've came out and said, yeah, we did this, we made mistakes. Knowing that they made these mistakes, knowing that they said, hey, we're not going to hit the kids with belts anymore, he's taking classes, would you say, okay, they made those mistakes, we're going to move on from that. I'm not going to ignore anything in the future. If I see something, hear something, But will you say, instead of going off and making accusations, will you sit down with them and talk with
Yes,
them?
I will.
Come to
That's
me.
what we want is communication.
Yes, I will.
First of all, don't even
That's
come
what
to my
we
husband.
want
Come
is
to me first.
communication.